a few remarks dealing with certain issues. I'm sorry that I won't have a lot of time just to touch upon all issues, so that's why it doesn't mean that I underestimate other problems, but I'll just stop myself on only on certain issues. So, first of all, I'm also I also congratulate the delegation and the state party with just recognition of travelers as a ethnicity, as a separate ethnicity, and I think it's very important for everybody and for the state party, first of all. But I would like just to, I wonder if they're still called travelers, or you prefer to call them as they self-identify themselves as Pavi or Minky, I'm sorry, Pavi or Minky. I think it's important, as well as their language, which is just in academic circles is called Shelta, but I know that it is called as well Gamon or Minkatari in their own language, or the Kant sometimes. So probably just it might be just done some steps forward. I don't know, maybe it has been already done, but in the report and in the oral presentation I heard still travelers. I'm not against. It's just a question. There is no anything beyond this. It's just interesting. I think it's important for everybody just to have the name which is just associated with their history and their perception of themselves. So that's why I ask about this step, just for the further recognition of their self-identification name. And I also just would like to support a question raised by Madam Shefford as the country-rapporteur on the national traveler and Roma inclusion strategy. I think it's very important, but as well, I just still know that the Committee on the Economic, Social and Cultural Rights has recently expressed concern at the disproportionately high rates of unemployment among travelers and Roma people. And I also just support her question on the statistics on the number of travelers and Roma people who have benefited from the strategy, just for better assessment of its implementation. So this is just dealing with these people, which is considered to be them as indigenous. They're indigenous to Ireland, to ERA. But I know that after the finishing of the National Action Plan Against Racism in 2008, there is only Office for the Promotion of Migrant Integration, which is just dealing with racial discrimination. And anti-racism committee is supposed just to be established this year. But however, migrants are not the only people who might be discriminated against racially, ethnically. There are also travelers, Pavi and Roma people, and people of African descent, and so on and so forth. So from that point of view, I'll be very pleased for your information. If they are included, if they are not included, which institution might be might deal with the struggle against racial discrimination of those groups who are not migrants. And I